Hello guys, today we'll see standard 12 chapter electrochemistry from state board. In that we'll see classification of conductors. So conductors are classified into two types depending upon the mechanism of conduction. So first type is electronic conductors and second type is electrolytic conductors. So let's see first what are electronic conductors. The conductors in which the conduction takes place by flow of electron under the influence of applied potential are called electronic conductors. These conductors contain electrons which are relatively free to move. The atoms or ions of the electronic conductor do not play any role, as electric current is exclusively carried by electrons. Electronic conduction is not accompanied by any chemical change. So this is about electronic conductor. Example is solid and molten metals such like aluminium, copper, etc. Then let's see next electrolytic conductors. So the conductors in which the conduction takes place by the migration of positive and negative ions of electrolyte are called electrolytic conductors. Here electric current is carried by ions. Electrolytic conduction is accompanied by chemical changes. This is about electrolytic conductors, where the migration of positive and negative ions of electrolyte takes place. Example is solution of ionic salts, strong and weak acids and bases. Now let's distinguish between electronic conductors and electrolytic conductors. So electronic conductors, the current is due to flow of electrons. In electrolytic, current is due to migration of ions of the electrolytes. Second point, conduction does not involve the transfer of matter. For electrolytic, the conduction involves transfer of matter. Third point, for electronic, the conduction does not involve chemical changes. For electrolytic, the conduction involves chemical changes. Then next one, the resistance of the conductor increases and conductivity decreases with increase in the temperature. And for electrolytic, the resistance of the conductor decreases and conductivity increases with increase in the temperature. And last point, for electronic, it is observed for most of the metals in the solid and molten state. And for electrolytic, it is observed for molten electrolytes and their aqueous solution. So this is about distinguish between electronic and electrolytic conductors. Now let's see what are electrolytes. So electrolytes are the substances which conduct electricity is the aqueous solution or infused state during presence of free ions are called electrolytes. So examples of electrolytes are NaCl, HCl, NaOH, acetic acid, CH3COOH, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide, etc. The conductivity of solutions of these substances is very much higher than that of water. They are good conductors than water. Then in electrolytes there are two. There is a non-electrolyte also. Okay, like electrolyte, there is again non-electrolyte. The substances which do not conduct electricity. Okay, that is non-electrolyte. In aqueous solution or in a fused state due to absence of free ions. So in electrolyte there is presence of free ions, and in non-electrolyte there is absence of free ions. And electrolytes conduct electricity, non-electrolytes does not conduct electricity. Example is urea, glucose, sucrose, benzene, etc. for non-electrolytes. The conductivity of the solutions of these substances is same as that of water. So their conductivity is same as that of water. Thus a measurement of conductivities of solutions provide an information regarding the nature of solutions. And now let's see classification of electrolytes. So electrolytes are classified into two types, that is strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. So let's see first strong electrolytes. Electrolytes which dissociate almost completely into ions in the aqueous solution are called strong electrolytes. Means they break down completely in aqueous solution. For example, KCl. KCl break down completely into K plus and Cl minus ion. NaCl is same, Na plus and Cl minus ion. And HCl is like that only, H plus Cl minus ion. NaOH is Na plus and OH minus ion. KOH is K plus and OH minus ions. So these compounds dissociate completely, means they break down completely in aqueous solution, therefore they are known as strong electrolytes. And weak electrolytes, electrolytes which dissociate to a very small extent, means they do not break down completely. Okay, so electrolyte which dissociate to a very small extent in the aqueous solution are called weak electrolytes. Example is acetic acid. So acetic acid gets converted into CS3COO minus and H plus, but that dissociation is not complete. Okay, therefore they are weak electrolyte. Next is hydrogen cyanide, HCN. Again same case of weak electrolyte. And last one they have given is ammonium hydroxide, that is again a weak electrolyte. So these are examples of weak electrolytes, okay, which do not dissociate completely in aqueous solution. So that's it. Thank you for watching the video.